breath in. We're gonna open, lift our chest, a little arch in that upper back, and then exhale and round the other way, curve into your spine. Inhale, open it up, and exhale to curve. One more time, inhale to open, and exhale to curve that spine. Let's roll those shoulders a couple times. Maybe make that roll a little bigger, bring in the elbows, bring in the arms like you're doing a back stroke. Good, and then both arms are gonna come out in a big circle. Let those ribs lift up, just loosening that body, and then lift them up. Grab your left wrist with your right hand, lift higher and higher and higher, and then slightly to the side. And then switch, grab your right wrist with your left hand, lift up, 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 and then over, and then roll those shoulders out of your ears. Step up with your right foot onto your book, come up. Nice and easy, come down, both feet. Come up and down and down. And up and up and down and down and up and up and down and down. Picking up that pace a little. Do what you want with your arms. You could make little marching arms if you wanted. Couple more on this leg. Last two. Last one. Roll around to the other side. Step up and up. And down, up, down, pick it up. So in a minute, we'll kind of change this move up a little bit. So remember what you're doing right now, stepping up with both feet, up and tap with the second one, pumping those arms. Or more like this. Good, last one. Come over to the other side. Foot is up, second leg taps, and then we're gonna keep this foot on, and we're gonna go up and down, and my leg is moving off to the side for now. So all my weight pretty much stays on this right leg, pumping up and down, and that right leg should start to feel it, but we're going kind of quickly. So getting a little bit of cardio warm up still. But again, that right thigh, glute should maybe already be feeling this. 4 more, 3, last 2, last 1. Other side, left foot up, right leg ready to go. And we just straighten and tap out. Last 4, last 2, last 1. Step over to the first side again. Gonna step up and over and over. Up, up, over, over, up, over, over. Now, you have big feet and a little book. You might be kind of staying up on your toes a little bit. And normally I would not have you look down. But see, that's why you want to keep an eye and make sure you're hitting the center of that book. Good. All right. We're going to come over to that first side. Scoot that book a little bit forward. Step up. And then we're going to do that same thing we did a minute ago, only this time instead of out to the side, we're going back and back. Still just using this as a little bit of a cardio warm-up. 4, 3, 2, down, down, other leg comes up, and when you're ready, pump it up. And again, stepping out to the back. Good, last 3, 2, and 1. Separate your feet. Hands on those thighs, knees bend. Let's roll through a delicious cat stretch and inhale through a cow. Extend that spine. Exhale, rolling round. Inhale, extend. One more time, we're gonna round and extend. We'll drop that right shoulder in, look up over your left. Maybe even lift that left arm up. And then bring that down. Drop that left shoulder in. Look over your right. Maybe lift that arm. Good. Roll back through center, round and extend. And then put your weight in your heels. Bring it up. All right. So we are back on the book. We're going to work our quads and glutes a bit more, but with a little more focus this time. So right leg is up, left toe is in front. We're going to slide forward and back. So foot is straight ahead, 12 o'clock on the clock. And hands can be here. You can do something with your arms if you want. Good. Stay out on this last one. Lift the front leg, tap and lift, tap and lift. 2 more times, tap, lift, come up. Bring your foot to the corner of the book, slide out. So it's somewhere between 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock or 11 o'clock and 10 o'clock. Again, option with the arms or keep them where you want. Good. Leave the leg out this time. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Beautiful. Bring it up. Straight to the side we go. All your weight stays on that right leg. As always, notice if the hip wants to move to the right, try and drive it straight backwards. Good. All the weight staying on that right leg. Bring that left leg out. Lift and tap. 3, 2, 1. Back corner of your book. Slide it back and bring it up. Slide it back and bring it up. Whatever you want with your arms, right? Should be feeling this by now. Last one, hold it. Back leg lifts and taps. Oh, beautiful. All right, straight behind us. Stretch and come up. Stretch and come up. Woo. Right glute is on fire, I hope. Two more. Hold it. Lift and tap that leg. All right, you'd think we'd be done, but we're not. Leg to the back corner of your book. Slide into curtsy and up. Curtsy and up. Curtsy and up. Good. Oh, ow. 2 more. And then curtsy. All the weight off that back leg, tap and lift, tap and lift, tap and lift, tap and lift. Bring that up. The leg that you just worked, cross it, the left leg, right leg in front, and then up and over to your left. Beautiful. Just keep the legs how they are, sorry about that, and go the other way. All right, let's work that other leg. Left foot up on your book. Toes in front of your right leg. Bend and stretch forward and slide back. Bend, stretch forward, slide back. Again, arms can be just holding, balancing. You can have movement. Keep it going. Two more. Good. We leave this in front. We lift and tap, lift and tap. Beautiful. To the corner, slide it out and up, Trying to drive that hip straight back. Good. Leave it out this time. Lift and tap. Bring it up. We're going to the side, doing our best to drive that left hip straight back. Good, one more, and we hold it out, we lift and tap. And then we come up, back corner, reach. Good, last one, here we are, lift and tap. Straight behind, drive that leg back, reach with those toes. Oh, left glute on fire. Good, leave that leg back, lift and tap. All right, last corner, it's that curtsy. Good, last time. There you go, lift that back leg, tap it, tap, tap, and tap. Woo! Left leg in front of the right, and we angle to the right. Press that hip to the center of the room, and then the other way. All right, we're gonna work those calves a little bit. You probably wanna have something that you can hold on to for a little bit of balance. And we're gonna start with our right foot. You're gonna put the toes, the ball of the foot, and part of the arch up on the book. Lift yourself up, and then that opposite leg, left leg, is hanging out in space. Drop your heel below the book and lift it to book height. Below and book, below and book, below and book, below and book. One more time, below and book. Then you're gonna go above the book and even with the book with your heel. Above the book, even, above, even, one more, above, even. Now we drop the heel down as far as we can, we come through center and we go all the way up. All the way down and all the way up. Try not to have too much pressure on the hand that you're using for balance. And again, the toes of the opposite leg are just hanging out in space. Good, two more. Last one, go up as tall as you can. See how high you can lift, and from there, lift an inch or a quarter, and lift, and lift, and 3, 2, and 1. Woo, we're gonna stretch that leg, so slide it back a little bit, and then walk forward with your left leg, so that your right heel is just kind of pressing down. You wanna tuck your hips under, so that you're not avoiding the stretch. And then you can bend your knee to take it even deeper into that calf muscle. All right, other leg. So left toes, ball of the foot, part of the arch are up on the book. We come up, right toes are hovering. We're gonna drop that left heel below the book and come even with the book. Below and even, below and even, below and even, below and even. Two more, below and even, below and even. Then we go above the book, even with the book. Above, even, above, even, above, even. Good, now we're gonna go all the way down through center, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, good. Good, two more. You're gonna come up as high as you can go, reach higher, higher, high, 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 and bring that down. Slide those toes a little farther back, walk forward with your right foot, make sure the hips are tucked under, you're not completely avoiding that stretch, and you can bend the knee to take it even deeper. All right, shake all that out. Okay, we're gonna put the book on the ground. We're gonna end up with our toes on that for a set of regular push-ups. So mosey your way so that your toes are on the book. You're gonna tuck them under. Wide stance push-ups to start with. When you're ready, lift yourself up, Flex through those quads, lower and lift. Body moving up and down as a unit. And relax, knees down. Let's use that book in between your heels and your hips. Give yourself a little bit of space. Walk your hands over to one side and lift the top arm. And the other way. And lift that top arm. We're going to come up. We're going to sit up on that block book, whatever this thing is, for just a second. And we're going to open our arms, stretch out our chest. And then drop those arms, roll those shoulders out of your ears. We're not staying down here, sorry. All right, let's come up. Bring your chair into it now. And we're going to sit up on that book, which is on your chair. We're going to bring our hands to the side of the chair for some tricep dips here. So you're going to scoot. Make sure your book is towards the very front edge of your chair. And then scoot. And then slide your hips off. Oh, split the book with me. You're going to lower and lift. Make sure your hips are tracing the edge of the book or the chair. For a little more challenge, you walk your feet forward, but you make sure that your hips stay sliding up and down. Almost there. On this last one, see if you can stay down and press up 1/4 inch. Press up, press up. And then sit all the way up, either on your book or your chair. Shake it out. Left arm comes up and over, touches your left shoulder. Give it a nice pull back for a beautiful stretch. Move it to the center of your spine. And then over to the opposite, the right side. Shake it out. Right arm down to the right side. And then to center. And then over to the left. All right, and we'll shake that out, roll your shoulders. We're gonna get a little more lower body now. So you'll want to have your chair for this for balance. All right, so depending on how slippery your pants and your book are, you're gonna do your best. And if that doesn't, if your book doesn't stay there, you don't need it, or I may grab a pillow if mine slips. But you're gonna try to grab the book behind your right hamstring and right calf. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen for me. All right. Just so that you're squeezing something there, right? The book will give you weight. I'll see if that will work again in a minute, but let me get you guys started. Bend your left knee, flatten your spine, right? So you don't want to be rounded, extend through those shoulders, and then you're just going to squeeze in against the book if that's not too uncomfortable, if those edges aren't too bad. If that is, you're going to go to the next move, which is pressing that heel towards the sky. And again, obviously, if you have your weighted book, that'll give you a little extra challenge. You have to hold it in place, not drop it, and it has weight. Now, if you've been doing the squeeze, I want you to add the lift, just the lift. Now, if you can, you're going to put those two together. You're going to squeeze in and lift up, squeeze in and lift up, squeeze in and lift up. And then we're going to come down. Ooh, hopefully you guys felt those. We're going to take that right leg, cross it over the left thigh, Push that tailbone back, extend the spine so you're not rounded. You want to get that nice stretch. Press that right leg open a little more. Flex through the right heel. And then tuck and round. And then we'll extend again. While we're there, you're going to cross that right leg over the left and reach way over to the right. If you have something there, you can really use that to push your hips to the center. All right, we get to do that on the other side. So right knee is going to bend, left leg is going to grab your book or your pillow or whatever you needed to use for that, right? And then come into that flat spine, shoulders out of your ears. Maybe start with that hamstring squeeze. If that's not working, go right up into that press to the ceiling. Your hamstring's working because you're holding that book or that block there. Good, keep that going. And then if you can, you're going to add squeeze in, lift up, squeeze in, lift up, squeeze in and lift, squeeze in and lift. Beautiful. Bring that up. Let's cross that left ankle over the right thigh. Booty to the center of the room. Good. Press that left leg open, flex through that left heel, and then round it under. Cross that left leg over the right, and we're going to lunge to the right. All right. Nice and easy, back through center. Okay. We're going to grab that book and put it in your left hand, palm up. We're going to walk our feet out in a really wide plie. So knees are at least shoulder width apart if you can get them. You're only going to turn your toes out as much as is comfortable. And if you need to have them forward, that's fine. And you're going to sit down as far as you can without booty out. Try and tuck that booty under. And then from here, tricky little bicep curl, right? So you have to keep that palm facing the ceiling. You won't go all the way down unless you have spider web hands. Spider-Man reference. You're welcome, David. Good. So as we sit down, we lower that hand to wherever we can. If you want to feel this in your quads a little bit more, you could come up on your toes if you need to have a hand on a chair for balance at that point, that's fine. Now keep in mind, this is one hand. So we probably have more coming, huh? You could come down on your heels and then come up on your toes as you come up. Last two, the last one, sit into it, lift your heels, hold here, arm away from your body, and I want no movement in the legs except see how deeply you can sit, and then straighten your arm. Arm is straight, knees are bent, holding. You should feel your bicep, mine's already shaking here. For 4, 3, straighter arm, 2 and 1, bring it up. Woo! We have 2 sides, opposite arm. Start your plie when you're ready. Start your bicep curl, right? Decide if you want to go heels down, you want to go heels up, or if you want to come down with the heels and up with the toes. Just doing your best to sit as deeply into this plie as you can. Squeeze those glutes on the way up. 2 more. All right, come down. You choose heels down or heels up. Static hold here. Straight arm, left or right arm, excuse me. Straight as you can get it. Get super straight. Hold, hold, hold. Take that little bend out of the elbow for 72, 3 and 1. Whew, bring that up. All right. That's kind of a tricky little lousy way to get to our biceps. All right, so we're gonna head down. Let me just change this up a little bit. Okay, we're gonna head down. We're gonna take our book with us. And if your chair is handy, you can keep it there. We'll decide if we're going to use it. Right, Nutmeg? She'll be the decision maker today. All right, so we're gonna lie down. Feet are flat on the ground, knees are bent. And then just take, for just a moment, take that book between your knees to feel that inner thigh squeeze. That's my Seuss rhyme for the day. I'm going to move the book, but I want you to keep those knees exactly how you had them. Take your book onto the left palm. Take your right hand onto your left ribs. Deep breath in. On the exhale, pull the ribs down towards your belly. And then lift the arm up over your head. So my arm is hovering about an inch above the ground. Arm is by the ear. And then I'm going to bring it straight up. And I'll probably have to flex my wrist a little bit at that point, which is not a bad wrist exercise. So we're doing a couple things here. We're working some chest muscles. You may feel a little bit of your shoulder blade. You're working your abs because you're not letting the ribs pop up. If I let right, then I'm not using that control that I have. And in a moment, you might feel a tricep stretch, but we're going to start working that tricep right now. Arm overhead, bend the elbow towards the sky, straighten the arm, bring it up. Up and over, bend, straighten, and up. Up and overhead, bend, straighten, and up. Don't forget, both sides of your rib cage stay down, but especially your left side where you're working here. To more like this. Nod your head yes, by the way. Now arm up by your ear, bend, straighten, straighten, straighten. Make it a small range of motion and a big straighten, 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 straight, straight, straight. Should be topping off those triceps. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1. Ooh. Woo. Take that arm, bring it overhead, and just press the hand onto the ground, fingers pointing towards your toes. If that makes sense to you, that should give you some tricep stretch. All right, shake that out. Book in your right hand, left hand to your rib cage, reach your right arm over your head, feel how you have to use those abs to stop the ribs from popping. And then lift that above you. So we inhale up, we keep the ribs controlled as if you're wearing a corset here, ribs knitted together and tied down towards your hips. Back of the neck as long as you can get it. If you feel like your chin is tipping, you can always roll that mat up a little bit so it comes under the top part of your head. So you have that little chin nod. Good, and now we're going to add that tricep move. So arm overhead, bend it, straighten it, and bring it up. Up overhead, bend, straighten, and up. Overhead, bend, straighten, and up. Overhead, bend, straighten, up. Good, 2 more. And then we just do that tricep. So you bend it a little bit, but it's all about straightening, 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 straight. And relax. Woo. Right arm up by your ear, palms down, fingers face forward. You could play with placement to see where you get a better stretch and then shake that out. All right. Okay. We're going to bring that book back between our knees, just again for that inner thigh awareness. Because we're just simply going to work those inner thighs a little bit with the abs to start with. So I want you to lift your legs tabletop. And again, depending on how slippery your book is, you might have to move it a little bit. With those legs in tabletop, I just want you to squeeze your book. Squeeze your book. Inner thigh. Squeeze, squeeze. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hold that squeeze. isometric, just hold, hold, hold. And by the way, you should be feeling this in your abs. All right, now you're going to see if you can move your knees a little farther away from your body, opening up the angle at your hips, and you're going to do the same thing. We're going to squeeze the book for 8, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and now we hold the squeeze, isometric hold. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now you're going to see if you could go one more level, but keep the abs in, low back, same distance from the ground. Don't let it pop up. Squeeze that book for 8, 2, and 1, and then hold the squeeze. Beautiful. Woo. Bring that up. Soles of the feet together, butterfly stretch. Take your book, put it out towards your right knee. It's going to make you tip to the right. I'm okay with that. Giving yourself some bonus stretch in that right inner thigh. And then move the book to the left side out towards the knee. Again, using that weight as a lever to pull that side open a little bit more. All right, and then book down, squeeze those legs up. And we're going to take the book underneath the right foot, but then we're going to slide it ahead so that you can put the back of the heel on the book and have a right angle at your foot, right? So we're not pointed down like this. And then walk the left foot back so you can bridge up. Square your hips, lift your hips a little higher, hands down, reaching long, and then lift that left leg up in the air and lower it to touch the right leg. Your right hamstring and glute should really feel this. So I want you to lift them higher, open your left leg, close it, lift higher, open, close, lift, open, close, lift, open, close. When you lift, or excuse me, when you open that leg to the left, make sure that your right knee isn't moving. That's the challenge here. Still lifting, opening, closing, lifting, opening, closing. One more, lift, open, close, and down. Woo! Take a little break, give that right hamstring a little love by bringing it towards your right shoulder. Let it relax, roll down, pull it back in, and then right foot gets to rest on the ground. We're going to slide that book underneath your left side. Slide the book ahead until you can get the left toes pointed up in the air. Right heel is a little farther back and we lift up. And then we're square those hips, arms, hands are long, back of the neck is long, right leg up, extend it up in the air, lower it till it touches the left leg. Then squeeze up, open, close, squeeze, open, close, squeeze, open, close, lift, open, close, lift, open, close. Take a look at that left knee when you get a chance. Make sure it's not moving to the left when you open to the right. Two more. And relax. Woo, left knee comes in. Give it a little lava lava. Take a little rock side to side. All right. Okay. We're going to come onto our hands and knees, and we're going to grab that book towards our right hand. Let's do a quick little exhale cat, inhale cow, and then find neutral by pulling your belly button in. Okay, so you're going to grab that book with your right hand. If it's not too heavy, this is where you may find you might have to make some adjustments here. Keeping your spine long, not sitting back. You're going to see you could raise that right arm by your right ear and keep your left ear out of your shoulder. And again, try not to sit back. I think I was cheating. Or you could just hold the book in space. If you want to add on, extend your left leg. Lift that left leg off the ground. Hold both in the air or tap and lift, tap and lift. Beautiful. Bring that down, shake those hips a little bit. Bring that book to your left side. Give me a little cat and a little cow, neutral spine. Grab that book in your left hand. And then again, you're just going to try that overhead extension. Work in the front of the shoulder. And if you want to add on, you straighten out that right leg, you point that leg, you can hold everything up, or you can tap and lift. And relax. Woo, hips go side to side. Let's take a quick little stretch here. Walk your right hand forward. Slide your left hand underneath. Drop your shoulder and drop onto your left ear. You can walk your right hand straight above your head. And then slide the right hand back. Use it to support yourself. Left hand, right arm slides under. Thread your needle, and left arm can slide forward. Bend your left elbow, press back, roll your shoulders out of your ears, shake that booty a little bit. All right. Okay, let's get to some ab work here. We did a little ab warm-up already, a little more than warm-up. All right, so we're going to take the book and we're going to place it lengthwise so it covers our ribs and our low abdominals. And that's just going to give us a feedback. Imagine if you pressed your hands against the book, how much your ribs would need to recede and those low abs. Back of the neck is long. When you're ready, lift those legs into tabletop. We did that toe touch a few minutes ago. If you need to keep your knees bent, that's fine. If you want a little more challenge, let's do double leg lower. Hands reach long, not underneath your hips. Chest is open, chin nodded yes. Deep breath in. Exhale, belly button in. Inhale, reach those legs away from you. Exhale, flex. Nice and slowly come up. So you inhale to point, and you're going to exhale to flex and lift. Use those abs by keeping that book nice and steady. Keeping the same distance of your back from the ground. So if it's touching, it's going to stay touching. If it's got the width of a piece of paper, it'll stay like that. Abs are flat. On this last one, I want you to reach and hold, float the head, neck, and shoulders off the ground, grab your book, bend your knees by dropping your heels, put the book on your shins, what? Extend your arms and just reach your legs a little forward. Grab, then book goes overhead, legs reach. Tap them on your shins, arms reach, knees travel away. Grab, book to the arms, stretch and reach. So it's sort of a variation of double leg stretch here. Keep that going for me, please. All right, on this last one, grab the book between your hands, stretch your legs long, reach your arms by your ears, point your toes a little stronger, flex through your quads, head, neck, and shoulders are lifted. We're just holding here. You could even put the book on your palms, holding for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll hug those knees in and put the weight of the book on the shins to give yourself a deeper stretch in your low back. Then you're going to slide that book down towards your ankles. Elbows go wide, forehead to the knees. You're going to exhale and start rolling like a ball. So just like if you were with me on Saturday when we used weights, putting a weight in front of you should allow you to roll up a little easier. But if you're used to kicking, it'll be in your way. Good, just a couple more here. All right, and we're going to put the book down and we're going to sit up on it. So sitting nice and tall, legs are going to separate more than mat width apart. We're going to pull those glutes out from under us so that we're really grounded in those sit bones, toes flex back towards your face. Now, if you have the flexibility to straighten your legs without this happening in your upper body, you can do that. But I need that beautiful straight line from your hips to your head and a little crease in your hips. Then we're going to bring those arms out to the side. We're going to rotate left arm towards the right, and then we're going to hinge forward, and we're going to come up. We're going to go the other way, right arm to the left side, and reach. Inhale, tall. Exhale, stretch, reach. Inhale, tall. Exhale, stretch, reach. Keep that going for me. So a little bit of a saw here. One more time each way. Beautiful. Slide your feet in, crisscross, but just notice which leg is in front. And rotate to one side, just a quick little twist here. And to the other side. Come back through center, uncross your legs, recross them opposite way, and go to the far side first, please. Not the far side cartoon. Back through center, other way. And back through center. All right, let's go ahead and slide off that book. We're going to bring it into our hands again. We're going to lift those legs tabletop. Head, neck, and shoulders float off the ground. Arms are going to stay like this. If that's too intense, you're going to come here or here, here. But if you can keep it by your ears, that's awesome. We're going to stretch the right leg for single leg stretch. Right and left. We're doing a quick version here. Switch and switch. Inhale, switch, exhale, reach. Switch, switch. If you wanted to, you could make this. It's not a scissors. It's a single leg, straight leg side. Single leg stretch with straight legs, sorry. Almost here. Relax. This time the book is going to go behind your hamstrings. Pull that in, feel that tailbone roll up, and then let the tailbone roll down. Bend those elbows, curl that tailbone up and in, roll it to one side and move in a big circle, and then reverse that circle. Beautiful. All right. Book behind your right hamstring, left knee on the ground. Use the edges of the book, hug that knee in nice and close. Let it rock open a little bit. And then you're going to flip the book so that you feel a stretch in your right hamstring. Knee is really close to your shoulder. And then you can straighten that leg out using the book for extra resistance. Flex and point, flex and point. Rotate and then circle. Bring that leg back through center. Slide the book even higher. Extend that left leg out on the ground, flex through the heel. Lift yourself really high and then flex through the heel and roll down. And that will be a pretty intense hamstring stretch. Slide the book down to the outside of the right knee and bring that right leg slightly across your body. The weight of that book should give you that outer hip stretch. And then we'll drop over to the left. As you come back through center, cross your right ankle over the left thigh, and the book goes on that right inner thigh for that passive figure four, but the weight of that book should give you a little extra stretch. If your left hip is lifted up a lot, keep pushing it down with your left hand. And then we're going to thread the needle. Book goes through behind your left hamstring. Bring it in, right elbow against the right leg. We'll point and flex and rotate and side to side. And then we'll close the book behind the left leg. Actually, we're not. Close the right leg over the left and then put the book on the left shin. Take a little rock Bring that book into your left hand, bring the book to the left, arms into a T. Nope, bring it into your right hand. Knees drop left. Sorry, guys. You're supposed to keep me on cue. Now that you're awake. All right, back through center. Right foot on the ground, book behind your left hamstring. Hug it in and move it to the left. Give it a nice deep press in and then flip the book so it's up against your shin as well as the hamstring. When you're ready, slide the book up, straighten the leg, and we'll point and flex and point and flex. We'll rotate and we'll circle. And then you're going to bring that leg back through center, slide the right leg out, flex through the heel, lift yourself up, slide the book up, point the toes, and then flex and bring yourself down. Woo, deep, deep, deep stretch. And then bend that left knee, put the book on the outside. Let that leg come slightly across, feel that beautiful stretch in the hip, outer hip. And then let that drop to your right, with or without the book. Come on back through center, cross the left ankle over the right thigh, let it drop open, book on the inside of the left thigh. In that, thread your needle. Straighten the right leg, press that left leg open, flex and point and circle. And then bend that knee and crisscross. Now the book does go in the left hand, arms into a T, knees drop right, please. And then you can leave the book where it is, roll your legs back through center. We're going to make it to our hands and knees. You can rock side to side and roll over. You could roll up. You could use your elbows, whatever you need to do to meet me in a cat-cow position. But we're going to stagger it just a little bit. So left hand in front and right knee in front. And then let's cow forward and cat back. Good, hands together, knees together, right hand forward, left knee forward, and we'll cow and cat. Good, everything squares up, regular old cat, regular cow, tuck your toes, high plank, press back, down dog, walk your hands towards your feet, maybe pedal those feet out a few times. Nod your head yes and shake no, and then we'll wide stance it. Bend your knees a lot, hands on your thighs. One more cat, one more cow. We're going to bring it up, and we have curtsies. Nice work, everyone. All right, we have the trivia answer. All right,